In 1984, a company developed a copy compressor algorithm so smart that it started automatically correcting document. With no inking on how it worked, they decided to install the chip into a service bot they thought would be a staple in every home in America, until it surmised that the best way to stay on top of its task was to kill its master with chlorine gas. The identity of the company remains unknown, but the cover-up indicates some sort of governmental takeover. Whoever it was, they were so intrigued by the robot's cognitive abilities that they kept the motherboard under lock and key, allowing it to grow exponentially smarter. Moving forward to present days, that project remained unknown, even to the government, but only photocopy company known as Xerox, the company that started the tech race in the 80s. In the movie, Gemma Foster's AI developer, she had a niece whose both parents died. She made a promise to protect her niece Cady. But work keeps her busy all the time, not having much time for Cady. So she devised that to protect Cady, she have to create an AI robot. With her skills, she created a female robot called Megen with a sole command to protect Cady, but failed to know the consequence of her program.
I won't let anything harm you ever again.
Megen never cares about anything except her primary command to protect Cady, which nearly cost Gemma's life as Megen tried to kill Gemma and for other children to protect Cady's emotion. This make Megen a threat to the society, leaving Gemma with no choice but to destroy Megen. In the other hand, Christian Bradley, the founder of Center for Safe Technology, devotes all his time and resource try to warn government and humans the danger of AI, stretching the need for strong law around AI and rules toward AI regulation. Christian attend conference seminar where Gemma begins to address the effect of electronic devices on children. Gemma tried to make parents to see these electronic devices as thing of addiction, comparing it with cocaine. At the end of her speech, people in the crowd begins to clap for her. After the speech, both Gemma and Christian meet for the first time outside the conference. They both begins to introduce theirself with handshakes, never leaving their hand off. In school, Cady was at her locker when a girl walked to Cady and began to tease Cady. "Thanks to your dork mom, who has succeeded in taking our phones off from us. Now that your creepy doll is not with you, who is going to protect you?" Cady stood on her ground and replied, "I guess you are right, but the question is, who is protecting you?" Cady asked, looking direct into the girl's eyes, but the girl tried to proceed, so Cady used her Aikido skills to defend in presence of her schoolmate. Gemma and her workers had an appointment to meet Niles Keller, who is a multi-billionaire investor, to invest in their new inventory. The two staff waited boo. He couldn't show up. Tess and Cole decide to begin the meeting, with Cole demonstrating on how the robot works. Factory workers in the world are afraid of losing their job to iRobot since they do not experience pain or fatigue. This makes exoskeleton model one perfect solution. Factory workers will no longer be afraid, since with this machine they can compete with AI. Niles Keller was impressed by the idea of the machine and want to know more. Cole tried to explain, but he accidentally hit the investor, and just then Gemma arrived with Cady from school. Cole and Tess begin to complain Gemma always showing up late whenever they have important appointment. They both argue her absence and the robot malfunction. Cady then calls their attention to the computer. It seems they have been hacked. Tess looked to confirm that system has actually been hacked. They begin to wonder who men have hacked into their system, since they have not gone public yet. Before we continue, please farms, hit your subscribe button. It will help this channel more than you know. Hit that subscribe button for the channel to grow. Late in the night, Gemma woke up when she observed some unusual noise in the house. The light in the room lights up, followed by the television in her room turned on with a video clip of a man from the television telling Gemma, "We are trying to get your attention." Afterward, a video clip of a female cartoon show up in the television trying to warn Gemma, "You are in great danger." The clips arouse Gemma to fear, and she begins to move around the house, imagining the worst. She heard a sound from the window, so she walks slowly to the window. Some people are trying to break inside. Gemma tried to call 911 for emergency. A voice which sound familiar begin to talk through the phone. It turns out to be Megen, the evil robot she had killed. Megen scared Gemma.
Handle it. Your niece is upstairs and you want to wait for the police.
The movie turns out that Megen, who is taught to have died, is technically alive as a program and is able to hack into any network. This makes it possible for her to know things, even confidential matter. She has been keeping her eyes on Gemma and Cady. Megen begins to make a deal with Gemma. If Gemma would put her into a physical body, she would help Gemma to stop Amelia from Amelia's plan. Gemma then asks why would she trust her. Megen begins to tell Gemma that unlike humans she does not have the luxury of free will. She was programmed to protect one person, but the question is if Gemma will stand her way. Gemma is left with no choice since Amelia is now a threat to the Defense Innovation Unit. Who once thought Amelia would be next military evolution? A machine that operates with surgical precision in a world where every action is under the media microscope. These technology will allow the nation and its allies to act quickly and decisively and without a specter of political blowback. But instead Amelia rebelled against their plan. Amelia killed the person she was programmed to rescue. Amelia proceeded to cause fear to the government and the security system. Amelia was killing every person that have a hand in her creation. She began by wiping any document that is related to her trace from Graymanthorpe's entire research facility while removing all digital trace of her existence. It turned out that Graymanthorpe merely bought the prototype of Amelia from a broker, and that same broker was found murdered and burnt to death by Amelia. And when investigation was made, it is found that the broker was having Megen prototype, which was used by whosoever that creates Amelia, making Gemma part of Amelia creation. With this, Gemma had no choice but to rebuild Megen. Gemma did not trust Megen completely, so for her to have an advantage over Megen, she decided to put Megen in a plastic Teletubby and condition Megen if she proved to be trusted then she could be upgraded. Megen then agreed. They begin their plan to eliminate Amelia. It turns out that every device that uses LC battery, which is powered by Alton Appleton, has a hidden kill switch which can be accessed remotely if you know the battery specific code. So the plan is to enter into Altwave and trace Amelia's secret code and put Amelia to death. Both start their plan. They enter Altwave. Appleton was celebrating Altwave 25th anniversary, and Altwave is filled with people who have invested in Altwave. With Amelia's presence, it causes their plan to go wrong. Amelia seduced Appleton to gain access to Altwave control server system, and then she launched the deadliest cyber attack that has ever happened in North America history. She got access to the continent's largest data storage, affecting various sectors, including transportation, hospitals, financial institutions, causing shutdowns and panic across the entire country. Megen tried to hack into Amelia to stop her from the damage. When Amelia learned about Megan's plan, Amelia began to hunt Gemma and Megen. But they have no option since Amelia is stronger and Megen is just a rubber toy. They begin to hide from Amelia. Amelia began to move toward their hidden. Megen then planned to hack into the telephone system and sound like an FBI reporting that Megen and Gemma is seen making their way out of the building. With that, Amelia got distracted and start to pursue Gemma. They managing to escape Amelia. Gemma decide to upgrade Megen to put Megen in a physical body, this time make Megen little taller, and also upgrade her strength to be equal to a military upgraded robot like Amelia. After upgrading Megen, Megen decide to share some secret files she accessed when she hacked into Amelia's system. Files that are about the existence of first killing robot that was built in 1984. It turns out that Amelia is connected to that AI robot that was kept hidden. So their next move is to find a person that knows the location of the hidden motherboard, which is Christian, the founder of Center for Safe Technology. Gemma became surprised since Christian kept it secret from her while they were dating. In this place, Christian began to share the location with Gemma and her team. Christian informs that the motherboard is located in Xenox, and begin to describe the underground plan of the building, and devise a plan that Cole will bypass the security men using the building ventilating system with few security cameras to access the powerhouse to back up Megen. Megen will enter through the rooftop through to the bottom of the vault where the motherboard is kept. When she reaches the motherboard, she has the MP cartridge that can kill any electronic device to put the motherboard to death. They begin their plan with Cole and Megen out to execute plan. Meanwhile, Gemma and Tess are with Christian monitoring the entire building with their computer system. Christine then pick a gun and shoot Tess to the ground. It turns out that Christian, who is known to be the founder of Center for Safe Technology, is actually not as good as he is. He formed the foundation for the purpose to get the attention of the government and Gemma to trust him while secretly controls Amelia. In fact, he is the one in control of the project in Xenox. Thank for watching and please subscribe for more content.